Many years ago, I was going through a health crisis and my life was just in shambles. Nothing was going well. And I remember just this one time where I just yelled out, God, there's no mercy in your church. And the response I got back in my spirit was, then you show mercy. And, there are times really where I wonder, where's our mercy for other people? Um, you know, the it started with me with praying a long time ago for Jesus to give me his heart for other people. And that was a prayer that really just opened the door for many things. And he led me to spending a lot of time with refugees and hearing their stories of the trauma they endured, hearing all the hardships they've been through and everything. And then I keep having this recurring dream, like I'm just like in this large domed place, and every once in a while somebody they disappear, and no one notices except for me. And it's kind of like I feel like God just uses that to remind me that He's called me to reach out to people. The thing is, like reaching out to people and caring and getting to connect with them, listening to their trauma, listening to their hardships they've been through, like with my refugee friends. Um, like I just have concern about for them, and I just sometimes wonder if others have that same concern. I know people probably do, but when I hear recent news, like such as supposedly their people under temporary protected status might have it revoked, it really does something in my mind. And I was sitting this morning in my class. I teach a class is like a welcome class for newcomer refugees and people, whether refugee or temporary protected status, whatever their status. And I sat there and I thought, wow, I have these two women from Venezuela with they come, their husbands already started to work, they have children, and if their status is revoked, then they have to go back to Venezuela where their lives are in danger. They might be put in prison or they might be executed. Um, I thought about my student from Syria who he and his wife and children, if they go back with the new government there, are they in danger? I think about my Ukrainian friends, like who, for some reason, whatever, they came here under temporary protected status, not as refugees, which is a different status. And if that status is revoked and they have to go back, like there's nothing for them to go back to. Their homes are destroyed, their cities are destroyed, and the war is still going on. And so, seeing them, I just worry like what would happen to them if what happens if. And then I also realize I don't have the answers for them as far as in this life. I don't have the answers for them as far as is there a solution to their problem. I can pray for them. I can be an empathetic listener and listen to them, pray with them, try to point them to Jesus, and that's really all I can do. Uh, so I'm not a politician. I'm not an important person that somebody to listen to. I'm a home missionary reaching out to refugees and immigrants in my home city. I am also teach part-time at the community college, and so it's not like I'm some important person that anyone would pay attention to. But I just really um, I'm just really concerned for them. And when I hear the what possibly could happen, and I know the danger they would face if they go back, it's really disheartening. It's really concerning for me. But at the same time, there's something even far, far more serious, which is that if somebody doesn't know Jesus and they die, then that's a really terrible eternal destiny for them. So really, the most important thing is that when I meet people, it's like, do they know Jesus? And things like that. And if they are some of the really low language, very no English, I don't know, they speak their language, I can certainly pray for them that God would bring somebody into their life to share with them in their language. Um, so it's not like I don't feel like it's just doom and gloom. It's just been a really heavy my spirit, heavy this week about all of that. But I also know at the same time we have eternal hope. Like in the Bible, it talks about in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, that we are pilgrims in this life, looking for our heavenly home. So no matter what happens in this life, it's all temporary. My eternal home is in heaven. So I'm really also a pilgrim. This is all temporary. Actually, I'm kind of grateful for that because, as the older I get, the more pain I have, having lived with chronic illness for over 30 years. So I'm kind of grateful with that. I just soon have Jesus come back in the rapture than to die, but so but my first concern is when I meet people is, do they know Jesus? But right, currently also my second concern is, can they stay here and be safe in this life? Although I don't want them to go back to their home country because I know they'd be in danger. That's the risk that we take when we get personally involved with people, when we connect with people, that when it's like a labor of love is what it really is. And that's when Jesus said, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers in the harvest. Well, to me, that's like a labor of love and connecting with people, becoming their friends, sharing my faith with them, trying to help them as best I can, and things like that. It's a labor of love. But that means is I get to know them, and it means that I spend time with them. I visit them in their homes, share a meal with them, try to help them with what I can in this, and as far as their new lives in America. And just to think that with one signature that can just all go away, and it's really concerning for me. I certainly hope that doesn't happen. But again, I'm not an important person that anyone would listen to, but I can certainly pray for people and pray for mercy, pray for compassion, and try to help my friends as best I can. So I know this isn't some great upbeat like, post, but my spirit's been heavy this week, and with concern for my friends and concern for my students, think about what could happen to them, you know, next month or in a few months. Just really concerned for them. And it all comes back for me to that word mercy. Where is mercy in this world sometimes? Like, so I try to show mercy as I can, as much as I can, because I always remember that time years and years ago when I was really sick and I thought I was going to die, and people around me were just not, even within the church, weren't that kind to me. They're wondering like, how did I blow it? Was God punishing me or something like that? And I just got mad and I said, God, there's no mercy in your church. And he said, then you show mercy. So the only way I know how to do that is to continue to be friends with people who need mercy and try to help them. But that also you know, involves, the risk of um, having your heart broken a little bit if something happens to them, if they're sent back to their country or whatever. So I certainly hope that doesn't happen, but I'll keep showing the love of Christ. I'll keep sharing with people, keep trying to connect with people, and hope for the best and pray for the best. That's just been on my mind so much this week. I just hope things work out for them. Thank you.